Be clairvoyant. Let's get started. You know, here on AM Tonight, we've talked about Marissa Mayer and Sheryl Sandberg, women who have broken barriers in the tech world. But even as women make gains in the industry, there is still a lot left to be done. According to Intel researcher Genevieve Bell, women in Western countries use technology more than men. In fact, women use the internet 17% more than their male counterparts every month. Not only that, but as Bell's research shows, women own most internet-enabled devices. But despite women being technology's primary consumers, the industry continues to pretend that its target audience is dominantly male. Right now, in Las Vegas, the world's biggest consumer electronics show, CES, is taking place. CES showcases massive TVs, cars that drive themselves, futuristic robots, and a lot of skin. With every convention comes a large number of hired booth babes dressed in minimal clothing. Booth babes have been a key staple of the show for the last 10 years. But last year, the organization got some backlash for fostering an environment where women are used as props. So this year, they updated their policy. They said, quote, "We are encouraging our exhibitors to take in all CES attendees into consideration when choosing booth talent, to ensure that presenters are as knowledgeable about their products as possible and to avoid alienating or offending various audience segments." Great. But does this really hold true on the show floor? Fusion's Zara Stone headed to Vegas to find out.
I'm here in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show to see if it will be the same without the decorative booth babes. Walking the floor, there's still plenty of crop top wearing women, but do they know their technology? Let's go find out to see if they know what they're talking about or if they're just here to be pretty.
My name is Jordan. I'm working for IUI. This is our bass jumper speaker.
And so how many kilowatts is it?
How many kilowatts is it?
5 watts.
It's 5 watts, yeah.
And so what is Extreme Electronics?
Extreme Electronics is, we have digital wall-mounted TVs, we have accessories. Can we redo that?
And so when you say sound, I mean, what makes it kind of special or stand out? Is there anything kind of particularly techy about it?
I am not very good with the technology, but I do know that they have new technology in their sound.
Some of the girls know what they're talking about, some not so much. But it's a big change from last year when women walked the floor in body paint. The reaction to that caused an outcry from female journalists who felt there was an unnecessary focus on sexualizing women. A Change.org petition was started to ban the booth babes, and CES paid attention. They altered their policy to say that exhibitors must have appropriate presenter attire and that if they're deemed objectionable, they can be removed from the floor. But did the companies do as they were told? We check in with female tech reporters, who are always in a minority at tech events, to get their take on booth babes of the past and present. This is tech reporter Helena Stone's 9th year at the show.
We were one of the very few women on the show floor covering CES, and it was actually kind of distressful to kind of walk around and be like, we're the only girls here, except for these girls kind of in skimpy clothing.
I feel very indifferent towards booth babes. Over my career, I've seen a lot of really shocking stuff, especially in China, like where they have topless booth babes. So I'm not that bothered by it.
To me, like if you're a company and you're paying for a really expensive booth at the Consumer Electronics Show, your technology that you're showing off, that should be what draws people in. And there's so much cool stuff that really should be enough, and it is enough for me.
A Media Post report said that women currently make around 85% of all purchases in the home, including big-ticket items like cars. So it would make sense for CES to be more female-friendly. Problem is, even though women are spending an estimated $7 trillion a year, most CEOs and buyers are men, hence the booth babes. But the booth babes are just trying to make a living.
Booth babes aren't just looks. Like, we have lives, we have outside things that we do, but during convention time we make some extra money and like to dance and keep in shape, and so yeah.
They kind of test you, we have to learn about the product and the company before we actually come, and then sometimes they ask questions and test you and see what you know.
Yeah, we're actually hired to model, so we're here so people can test out the cameras and kind of see how they work, and then they get to take pictures of cute girls in cars. It's good. It's good fun.
Cute girls in cars are well and good, but it's positive that their focus is moving away from their models and towards the tech.
I definitely think that it's a positive thing that there's less booth babes here than there was in previous years, because it kind of shows that we've evolved past that. That said, like, if there was many booth babe guys as there was booth babe women, then maybe I wouldn't be so upset about it. And that's just being honest of it.
Remember, you can join the conversation using the hashtag AMTonight. Later in the show, I may or may not be able